Lehigh football wins its 10th Patriot League title, and the Colgate men's soccer team wins its 5th overall this past weekend. All the highlights and more on this week's edition of Patriot League Roundup. Hello Patriot League fans, and welcome to this week's edition of Patriot League Roundup. I'm Jimmy Johnson. Georgetown entered the weekend with its most wins in football since 1999, but on Saturday the number 7 Lehigh Mountain Hawks denied the Hoyas the chance of winning their first football title. The Lehigh Mountain Hawks are the 2011 Patriot League champions for the 10th time in school history, winning 34-12 Saturday over Georgetown at Goodman Field. Lehigh jumped out to a 10-0 lead thanks to a Matt Fitz 6-yard touchdown run and a Tim Divers field goal. The Mountain Hawks went into halftime leading 20-6 after a 1-yard touchdown run by Michael Colvin and another field goal. Georgetown cut it to 20-12 early in the third quarter on a touchdown pass from Isaiah Kemp to Max Weisenegger that deflected off of Tucker Stafford's hands. But that was as close as the Hoyas would get, as on their ensuing possession, Kemp threw an interception that deflected into the hands of Brian Andrews, who returned it 27 yards for a touchdown. And Chris Lum ran it in from 5 yards out to secure the 34-12 win.
Just outstanding. So happy for our kids. It's something they really prepared for all season long, really, since we lost to Delaware last year. And, you know, defense was fabulous again. They've really been picking up steam the last couple of weeks. Offense got the passing game back in sync again, and wasn't a complete game because of turnovers and penalties and those things. But just can't say how proud I am of this football team, just how they go about business every day. They're committed to each other, and very, I think, very deserving Patriot League champions.
Number 10, that feels good, and, we want to be the best team in this league every year, and we think we've become that, a great program with great tradition.
Lum finished with more than 300 yards passing once again as Lehigh amassed 517 yards of total offense. Holy Cross picked up a 29-24 win at Lafayette on Saturday with Eddie Houghton carrying the load, rushing 17 times for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's go to Lafayette Sports Network for the highlights.
Well, a lot of highlights in the first quarter, many of them coming from Holy Cross, and Houghton, who rushed for 96 yards, really did a good job just pounding the ball inside and opening some things up outside. Here's Shoup early in the game, kind of just throwing the ball up, really trying to get his rhythm. Good job on the outside by Fenner. Creates that 10-0 lead with the McCumber field goal. So right away, Lafayette went halfway through the first quarter, down 10-0. They got their feet underneath them. A little trick play right here. Ball gets down the field. Hayes interfered with, but he comes up with the big catch. Lafayette ends up pumping it in the end zone. A little drop right there, held the linebackers and opened up Mark Ross, and he had another terrific game. Just a sophomore getting the ball into the end zone. There's that second look, keeping his feet inbounds, and Lafayette cuts the lead to 10-7. Now we move to the second quarter here, and again, into the end zone is going to go Schneider. A little play action pass. It's tough to do when you can run the ball that well inside. It opens up everything else. Here's Shoup down the sideline to Hayes. Hayes had another big game and has that way of getting over the top of people. Here's a field goal, cut the lead to 16-10, and Gary and you and I were both talking. Lafayette's still in this ball game. It looked bleak early. Mistretta over the middle opens up that 13-point lead. They did miss an extra point, but Shoup's going to come right back. He's going to go down the field here. He's going to get the ball on a 3rd and 14 for 15-yard pickup right there to Ross. He's going to get the ball down the middle again right here. A great play by Rodney Gould. And then right before the half, and remember, that's all in the first half. All of those highlights is Crean on the lead. A huge play. Lafayette cuts the lead to 6. They got to make some adjustment at halftime. We'll see what happens in the second half. John Luce did a better job coming out in that third quarter right there. You can see Shoup right here. He's going to go for that only score that Lafayette had in the second half. That back shoulder fade we talked about is a second look at it. The big body of Mark Ross is going to shield off Fenner in the end zone. Going to get the ball in the end zone, and Lafayette had that 1-point lead at that point, 24-23. Holy Cross coming out of their own end zone. Here's a look at the interference call. The ball very high, but you can see McCall calling for it. Here's the second interference call, and Shane Brady can't believe he had his hand wrapped around. But those 2 interference calls right there set up, obviously, the go-ahead score, and they take the lead right there. They go for 2 and not get it. Here's Lafayette's last play of the game. They get the ball, a little miscommunication right there.
The Bucknell Bison came off the bye week and used a heavy dose of Tyler Smith to shut out the Fordham Rams. Here are the highlights.
Wesley, hands off, right side Smith, and he is into the end zone! Touchdown, Bucknell! I formation, Wesley hands it off left side, Young, touchdown! touchdown, Bucknell. Your center Wesley, one back behind him, and it is Smith. Has a hole left side to the 20, outside to the 25-30. Look out, 40, 45-50, 45-40, 45. Knocked off his feet at the 32-yard line. Fordham stacking everybody between the tackles. Smith right side to the goal line. Touchdown, Bucknell.
Bucknell went on to win 21-0 with Tyler Smith rushing for 204 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Bison will return to action on Saturday with a trip to Colgate. Holy Cross and Fordham also will conclude their seasons, while the rival meeting between Lafayette and number 7 Lehigh will highlight the schedule. All 3 games are early afternoon kickoffs. For nearly 70 minutes on Sunday, it looked as if fans in Washington, D.C. were going to witness the first scoreless men's soccer tournament in Patriot League history. But Colgate staved off that record and won 2-0 to win its 5th Patriot League title.
Penalty kicks as now Kane prepares to take. And Kane beats the Navy keeper. And Powell answers Kane's score. Siegfried takes one quickly, but that one is denied by Dupere. And Davis able to slide one into the right corner for Navy. Morales with a clutch shot to tie this one back up for Eagles. And Jackson able to find the back of the net for the midshipmen.
Huge kick here, and this here would give Navy the chance to win.
And the sophomore is able to connect and tie this one right back up. Definitely a big kick, pressure-filled kick for Sanchez. And Sanchez sends his shot high over the crossbar. And with a berth in the Patriot League Tournament Championship Final on his foot, the goalkeeper, Matt Mikowski, converts for the Eagles, and the American University Eagles are headed into the championship game of the Patriot League Tournament, defeating the Navy midshipmen in penalty kicks.
The wall back. Ball played in. Finds a header. And what a save by Nugent. Ball is loose. Shot attempt. And it goes wide. Reed diving on it. And it finds the back of the net. But it's waved off. It is waved off. The ball had already gone out of bounds. Goal was a miss. Omsberg shoots. Goalkeeper guesses correctly, but he fires it by him. Shot here. And it's very easy for Reedy. Now steps up. He fires quick. Saved by Miller. So Chris Miller, once again guessing correctly, will fire. He shoots right and gets by Nugent. Shoots. And a nice hesitation there. Has the goalkeeper Miller faked out. Situation. Fires. He puts it low and it's in the back of the net. The lefty. Fires. Back of the net. So it's now 4-3. Colgate is 4 for 4 now with a huge kick. Strong fires in back of the net. So their hopes are still alive. Miller runs. Finds the back of the net and Colgate. Left side, he'll try and cut it in and fire a shot. Mikowski there. Ready to pounce was Garzi, but Mikowski able to hold on to it. Earlier, Matt Mikowski struggled to judge it as the ball is in there. Letourneau has it, saved by Mikowski, tips it over. What a chance. Reedy over to Metzger. He'll swing one into the box. Diving header here, and it finds the back of the net. The first goal of the Patriot League tournament goes to Colgate and Mike Garzi on the diving header. But it's lost there, and now Reedy has a chance on goal. Reedy with speed. Gokturk coming over. He cuts it back again. Tripped up a bit. Mikowski comes out. Reedy with the chance, sliding effort, and he finds the back of the net. What an effort by Mike Reedy, and the score is 2-0. And Colgate has defeated American University and has won the Patriot League title. The players celebrating on the field.
I'm just really thrilled for these young men. I mean, we've come a long way since day one. They've believed in everything I said. They've made so much progress, and they never wavered. And I can't tell you how happy I am for this group, and they just keep on getting better and better, and I'm just thrilled for them to be the Patriot League champions.
The Patriot League Women's Volleyball Tournament is set to begin on Saturday with the semifinal matchups between number 1 American and number 4 Colgate and number 2 Army and number 3 Lehigh. The championship match will be at 2 p.m. on Sunday. American is hosting the tournament for the 10th time in 11 seasons and is vying for its second straight title. Men's basketball opened last Wednesday with Lehigh facing St. John's on ESPN2, and despite holding a double-digit lead, the Mountain Hawks couldn't stop the Red Storm, falling 78-73. Most of the league opened on Friday with Navy picking up the lone win 78-70 over Longwood. Bucknell led by 5 points late against Minnesota, but the Golden Gophers battled back to win 70-58. Colgate opened its season on Saturday with a 78-74 win over Binghamton, while Navy beat Penn State Altoona 88-54 to give new head coach Ed DeChellis a 2-0 start with the Mids. Colgate's Mike Venezia was named the Player of the Week after scoring 22 points in the Raiders' win over Binghamton on Saturday. He was 6 for 12 from the field and hit 4 3-pointers and 6 of 6 free throws. Army freshman Mo Williams was named the Rookie of the Week after scoring 15 points against Air Force on Friday and 12 points against the Citadel on Saturday. All 8 women's basketball teams opened their seasons on Friday with Bucknell, American, and Army collecting wins. Bucknell won 46-35 over St. Peter's, American won 55-51 against George Mason, and Army routed Wagner 70-46. The Patriot League struggled in its 6 matchups on Sunday, dropping all 6. American took James Madison to double overtime but fell 68-64. American senior Lisa Strack was named the Player of the Week after posting 25 points and 19 rebounds in 2 games. She had 12 points and 11 boards in the Eagles' win on Friday and followed it up with 13 points and 8 rebounds Sunday. Holy Cross freshman Emily Parker was named the Rookie of the Week for her performance in the Crusaders opener when she scored 17 points and had 10 rebounds. In women's soccer, Army fell 1-0 to Penn State in the first round of the NCAA tournament, allowing a late goal to end their 2011 season. That is our show for this week. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up to date with all the latest news and notes from around the Patriot League. Enjoy all the games this weekend.